Welcome to the Wolves Den and another action figure review. Today we are taking a look at the Star Wars Black Series figure for the bounty hunter Zuckuss. Zuckuss is a Disney Store exclusive here in the United States. In other countries he's a Toys R Us exclusive. But wherever you get him from, he's a cool looking figure, so let's bust him out of the package and take a closer look at him. I'm not going to be able to show you his articulation as well as I would normally on a Black Series figure. The cool thing is he does have normal articulation. Everything is there. It's just that you can't see it, or it's not as usable as it could be because of the vest that he's got on, this robe, or for lack of a better term, that he's wearing. So that all kind of gets in the way and hinders him a bit, but he does have some very good articulation underneath it all. His head can't go all the way around, but it can turn side to side well enough, but these hoses are in the way. His arms do rise, and they could rotate at the shoulders all the way around, but the robe gets in the way. He does have double jointed elbows, which is pretty awesome. You don't actually see those on all the figures. Sometimes it's just single joints, but he's got double joints. And his wrists rotate, and they rock. Well, kind of snaps a little bit. It doesn't go very far, but it rocks up and down, and this one rocks in and out. He can rotate at the waist a bit, and I'm not sure, this one I'm not sure about, but I think he might have some ab crunch, but this whole center section I can't tell without probably removing all this, and I'm not going to do that. His legs do have typical articulation. There's the thigh swivel there. He does have double jointed knees and rocker ankles. And his legs do go way out to the side. You know, he can do the splits better than most figures I've seen. And his legs do go forward, but this part does get in the way. So he does have fantastic articulation. It's just really hard to see underneath his robes. Getting a closer look at the details that the figure does have, it's just incredible, just the sculpting that went into this figure. The head sculpt is just absolutely amazing. Just all the details of his head sculpt here. There's a nice kind of wash over it, just to kind of give it a natural look. Nice silver paint for his eyes there, his bug eyes, and his mouth apparatus there. And he's got his, not sure what everything is here. I don't know if this is something to help him breathe or what. But that's nicely detailed on the sides. These hoses go all the way down, and I believe they clip underneath here. You can see they go underneath, and I think they clip underneath there. And he's got this little back panel here. Nicely detailed, just basic paint over it, so it's not really colorful. But it is nice, and they got the black hose there. And then his vest, or whatever you would call this, really nicely textured, really nicely sculpted and detailed. Everything about this figure is excellent, and I really like the robe. It's made of a nice, I don't know, fabric. I'm not sure. It feels, I'm not sure what. It almost feels a little, oh, what's the term? I don't know. I don't know the term. That was useful. Sorry, but it looks really nice on the figure. I'm glad they actually used cloth, you know, or some sort of fabric, I should say, instead of just making it all plastic so that he was basically stuck in some pose and couldn't pose at all because the plastic got in the way. No, this is nice and flexible. You can move it out of the way, and it looks really, really nice. This is what I wish they would have done with the Jawas from last year. Looks really good, and I think they could have done it. So maybe in the future they'll redo Jawas with this same kind of fabric that they did. He does come with one accessory, and that is his rifle here. Really nice looking rifle. Just a little bit of paint apps on it, but it looks really good. Very unique. And it slots into his left hand instead of his right. You know, most people, you consider them right-handed, so you put the weapons in their right hand. Well, he is specifically left-handed because it is designed to go in his left hand. And then you can bring his other hand up and he can hold on to it like so. And it's a really good look for him. Alright, now to my final thoughts. When I was a kid, I always liked the Zuckuss action figure from the vintage line, or back then he was 4LOM because Kenner screwed up. But I always liked the way he looked. He had a unique look. I liked the robe that they put on him. It was interesting to me. So I liked the character overall. Even though he has, you know, he's a couple seconds in The Empire Strikes Back, he just resonated with me in some strange way. So he was like my second favorite bounty hunter, you know, behind Boba Fett, you know, because Boba Fett was cool looking. He actually did stuff in the movies, and the rest of them really didn't do anything. They just kind of stood there and looked interesting. And Zuckuss was the one that I liked the most out of the other ones. So I'm glad that they finally did a Black Series figure of him, and I think they did an amazing job. He's got great articulation, whether you can make use of it or not, but just the whole look of him, just the sculpting, the paint apps, just everything about him, they just knocked it out of the park with this figure. He's amazing looking, and I just so glad that they did such a wonderful job with him. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this review. Hope to see you soon again for some more action figure reviews. Until then, thanks for watching, and God bless.